Right. Morning, everyone. Today is June 6th, 2025, Friday. So yeah, we're ending this week now. Right now is just past 9 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Um, yeah, the market jumped on good numbers for job this morning, at least better than expected, and Nasdaq is up 1.3%. Dow 1.1, S&P 1.1. However, volume is much lower, so that's not a good sign in that sense. Let me just go to the news here. Yeah, so let's see here. So yeah, yesterday was a weird day for the market because we have a reversal day, right? So let me jump to the QQQ ETF here. So yesterday was a pretty bad reversal there. You can see we hit the high there and we closed all the way at the bottom. Now today we gap up, right? So a huge gap up this morning, and but we haven't make a higher high, so that's the only problem, right? We haven't make a higher high despite the gap up. Yesterday's drop was so big, like intraday, that's even we have a gap today, we still haven't make a new high. So that's the only negative right now, I feel. And let me go to the 5-minute chart here. So we have this huge drop, and then we have this gap up this morning, and it's trying to make new high right now in the intraday. Looks like we found support near the lows here. So we could have a very positive day and close even make a new high. If that'll be a really good sign for this rally. So that's something we want to see. So if it does progress, uh, we're still early in the morning. So if it does continue to progress, I'll probably be adding more positions as time goes on. Um, because like I said, if it makes new high, that's pretty bullish. Especially after a reversal day and gap up. So that's like, you know, and this uptrend is still pretty strong right here. You can see the lower channel line also aligned with the 10-day moving average right now. So let's go to SPY. Same thing. Okay, so SPY make a new high. So there you go. So that's already a good news right there. So SPY, has come out of this range here. So here, this is a good sign, I think, because we will be heading for the new high here, uh, possibly in this month. And this one is very close, right? Nasdaq QQQ is very close. So that's very close from a all-time high here. Dow Jones still far from the previous high, but again, this one also making new high. So SPY and Dow, S&P and Dow are showing strength today. And look at Russell. Even Russell came out this morning. That is, yeah, this is actually very bullish action. So I think with this three index making new highs right now, recent highs, I think that gives me more confidence in putting money to work here. Um, so yeah, so in terms of the news, like first, like yesterday, Palantir, had a pretty hard reversal here. They undercut, the 21-day line right there. Today, you can see it bounce, but it's very weak. Uh, I mean, weak in the sense like it's up 3.7%, weak in the sense that it's still under that trend line. So, and it's not even right now, it's kind of, so here's the day gap up. So we'll see if it can continue, but it is still under the trend line, so we need to give it more time and see if it actually works. And then Tesla, very similar, hard reversal yesterday, obviously between President Trump and Musk, the ongoing quarrel in or I don't know, this the kind of the fallout between the two. Um, Today it bounced 6%, back to 200-day line, but again, this downtrend line is very steep right now for Tesla because of yesterday's, right? Even before yesterday, it was already pretty steep. So right now it just make it even worse after yesterday's drop. So those are two stocks that are surprisingly like been negative this last few days, and yeah, so not sure if that will yeah, and also yesterday was a distribution day on higher volume, so that was another problem with the market. But again, is this the last of the selling, or are we going to see more selling? So here's the higher day volume selling, right? So so yeah, I don't like seeing index having distribution days, and I don't like seeing leaders like Palantir and Tesla being knocked down the way it did yesterday. Those are two potential signs of nearing market tops. Um, so we'll keep a close eye on that. I'll talk more about it in my weekend video probably, especially seeing how it closed today. But like I said, the three index besides Nasdaq have made new high. That gives me more confidence that this rally could go on, at least short term, like So we'll see. And in terms of, we have Circle IPO yesterday, really strong. Um, Rubrik also have its earnings out. So it looks like it's kind of trading sideways right now after the earnings report. It's very obviously not the strongest earnings, right? Circle here has a good IPO yesterday. Looks like it's moving up higher this morning, right? Again, not the strongest earnings potential, but if you trade on revenue, then revenue looks good. Yeah. Let's see what else here. So oil is trading at $63. Um, so in terms of oil, let me go look at oil today, and it's acting very strong lately. Look at this, making new high. One stock came on the stocks on the move this morning is CRK, which is Comstock Resources. It kind of broke out right here. It's reversing a little now, so that's the only problem. You can see here the lows here. So again, oil stocks might be hard to move because yeah, the Trump administration is pretty hard on bringing oil price down by drilling more. But yeah, so that's the only problem with oil. Um, in terms of the job numbers this morning, added 139,000 jobs in May, much better than 129,000. So and then the employment rate is at 4.2%. So yeah, so that's why the market kind of jumped this morning, and those are the big news. IoT didn't do that well, same as Lulu. So on the earnings. Okay, let's go on stocks on the move here. It has strength now. Still not quite 20 stocks, but like 17 stocks or so. TSSI again, it's very strong right now. Um, Strong move here. It's definitely extended right now, but a stock like this usually less liquid stock can move much farther than people think. So that's TSSI. IDT not on my list, JFIN not on my list, REP, REVG. REVG gap out on earnings a couple of days ago, and then yesterday it was able to find support near the lows there, and today you can see it fall through. It's up 5% right now, so that's pretty good. Um, Oh, then screen is a little bit screwed up right now. But this little SCI. This is in the chemical specialty Solaris Energy. So this is very tight action right here. As it jumped really fast and then it goes sideways. The 10-day caught up to it, and then this morning it just blew out again. Very strong. Came up above 10% right now. Hymns. Well, hymns have been very volatile lately. That one day here that came up again. I don't remember if there's any news. Today it's bouncing again. Let's see the 21-day support line right here. So no idea whether this is a short-term move or just a one-day thing, or whether it can sustain it. But right now it looks like it wants to bounce, so up 6%. Upstart. So some of the financial stocks been doing pretty good. So here's Upstart, kind of moving up, reversing a little bit right now. Trying to come out of this previous high here, $55. Some other related stock, Toast. Let me find it. So here's this one might be bouncing as well. Affirm, very similar chart to Upstart. This one came out already. Yeah, just slightly. So that's that one. Let's keep going. MU. This data storage. Data storage is very strong right now. Look at this chart. Look at this sideways and then go up. STX is another one in this group. This one is probably even stronger. Like look at this chart, right? Very strong. Both of those are doing really well. Palantir, look at MYT CPRX. So that's the list here has shrunk again because the volume is very weak today. That's the biggest problem today. It's like, we're seeing yesterday selling on higher volume, which is what IBD calls a distribution day. And then today, even though we have a strong up day and breakout from 3 index, but the volume is mediocre. So again, this is like not a good sign. We may be near a market top here. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll be more cautious in terms of getting into positions. But at least for the stocks that are working, they're probably still going to be working until the end, right? So um, the other thing that could happen is usually when I see near market tops, stocks usually move up very fast. Like I'm talking about like 3-4% a day, and then 3-4% a day, and then very very fast, and even sometimes even bigger, right? Like 5-10%. So because it's going for that climax run or just the run at the end of the rally. So we haven't seen that obviously, at least not in most stocks. You can look at some of the stocks that have been doing well this week. Let's look at app. So this one is continuing its run right now. Looks pretty good. Margo reported yesterday after hours. It dropped, but it has since trying to bounce back right now. It's kind of a weak bounce, right? Because it hasn't really came back close to the top range here, as well as it just like stuck in the middle here. So yeah, kind of a weak bounce. Credo. Credo move up on earnings and then reverse, and then it found support, and then after that it's kind of trading sideways right now. It hasn't made a new low yet from this low here, but it's just kind of moving sideways. So it could be digestion as the volume start to come down. So that could be a good thing. And then the 10 days catching up here, so that's also another good thing. Okay, so we already talked about IoT. IoT like missed the report, so if you think it got hammered this morning, it has. Oh, look at this! It has come back quite a bit. So that looks like a huge shakeout here. Potential. Yeah. So this is gain back more than half the value now. So that looks pretty good. Yeah. So potential watch, I think. If I mean, it's still a very strong stock as far as ranking goes. Let me see here. It's 58. It's not at the top, but it's not bad. And after today's drop, it'll probably go down a little bit more. I don't know, 70 or 80 ranking. I don't know, or maybe more because it's 5%. 5% is quite a bit. But if it does come back up to the 21 day, that could be a bullish move. But the problem is that because of the steep drop, the downtrend line is very strong. Look at this downtrend line on the short-term moving average here. So even with this much bounce back, it's still under the downtrend line. So it might be better to wait for it to go above the downtrend line to have a better confidence in it in this rebound. Let's continue here live. Not sure why it's taking a while. So this one has been like pulling back more. But the trend line here, the 10-day moving average is still sloping nicely. And this morning we make a new high again, and we just reverse a little bit. So yeah, so this stock continues its run. Light here, momentum. Didn't make new high today. It kind of reversed this morning, so that's not good. Yeah, it kind of reversed. So we'll see if it finds support here. Let's keep going here. MGNI. These are all the stocks that have moved earlier this week. This one is trying to hold on here after yesterday's big move. So that looks okay. MU, oh, we already talked about this. Nvidia, we'll take a quick look at Nvidia. I think, yeah, so Nvidia is okay. We did gap back up today. And then we have our TSM as well. This one is okay as well, looking pretty good. What else do we have here? Reddit. Reddit, again, it's moving, but it's just very slow. Like the ranking is not very high, so that's the only problem with this stock. Spotify, this one is yeah, this one is moving nicely. The 10-day starting to slope pretty strong, and trading very tight today. Generally, on the up day like today, you want to see your growth stocks move up, but because it already moved so much the last 2 days, it looks like today is a digestion day for it. Yeah. Yeah, those are the tech stocks here. On the retail side, we have Cubana. This one is still going, holding tight. Also reversed this morning, but it's near the highs, right? So it's okay. Dash again, near the top here. So trading very tightly. Looks good. Uh, yeah, we have Expedia and RCL here. Expedia is also moving up nicely here. Um, Not sure if the ranking has improved. Let me take a quick look on this one. Okay, it's down 131 now, slowly climbing the rank. It was 146 yesterday. Then we have RCL, Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, this one is still acting really strong, very strong. So that looks good. On the industrial commercial side, we have CLS. This one hasn't really moved much at all. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's above the 10-day, but it hasn't moved at all. Even today, it didn't move. So yeah, not sure what's with that. So here, same thing. This one, it just hasn't moved. Very choppy too. Um, yeah, HWM, HQY. Okay, let's look at those two. This one's aerospace defense. So this one is still moving nice and slow, but and steady. HQY here. This one gap up on earnings. It's starting to pull back, so we're waiting to find support here. Let's draw a trend line down here. Set alert here. Just see when it comes back above this trend line. MTZ. Yeah, MTZ heavy construction. This one also came out this morning. Looks really good. Yeah. Talk about RefG. SCI we talk about VRT. This one continues to move up nicely. Right, very tight here. Goes up, where it pull back again, very tight here, and goes up, and then it pulls back right here, but it never came down to 10-day. Today make new high again. A very strong stock VRT. On the health, we already talked about him. On the energy commodity side, let's look at gold. So early this week, gold really moved, and looks like it's coming down. The gold price is coming down. So let's go see some of the gold stocks. AU, this one also starting to come down as well. So yeah, so this is following the gold price right now coming down. DFI, this one also coming down strong today. So it looks like they're correcting right now, or pulling back. Sorry, pulling back right now, coming down to 10 days. So yeah, it's coming down pretty hard today. So those are, we look at past as well. The silver yesterday did a really strong up day. Wow, look at today, it's still going. Like it make a new high. It pulls back, but look at this. It didn't even hit a newer low thing yesterday. So that's SLV. Let's look at the silver price. So yeah, it's kind of near flat. But yeah, so it's holding up better than gold for sure right now. So yeah, we already talked about the financial stocks. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this. Let's just do a final take look at the QQQ. It is kind of holding on. It come down a little bit. So it tried to make a new high and then it came down and it just make a new low just now as we doing this live stream. So that's not good. So yesterday again, just reiterate what happened here. This is very negative, and I noticed many of my stops was hit on at least partial positions. And so this morning again, I'm just watching it to see if they get any traction, and it looks like it's starting to lose traction already. So there's something happening, at least on Nasdaq, right? So that's not good. But on the SPY and the other index, it seems to be making higher highs. So again, this is on the index itself. But if we go to like just to see the broader market strength, if we look at the equal weight. So okay, so very similar QQEW, it did make a new high this morning, and then RSP on the equal weight S&P. So this one hasn't made a new high, but it did make a new high this morning. So okay, very similar. Um, yeah, but I'm gonna touch base on the advanced decline line, which is kind of slowing down lately. So that also indicate lower, like less, more narrower market strength in terms of the number of stocks moving up versus down. So that's also not a negative. So yeah, I'm just being a little bit cautious at this moment. But again, today's close will be very important if the market can hold on to the gains or whether it give back most of it, because that will be 2 days of negative reversals, and that's not a good thing. So thank you for watching. Have yourself a very good day, and please like and subscribe.